We're super stoked to see everybody, and wow, DirtyFest 3. Woo! How's that?
I'm losing my voice already.
We are a community. We all help each other. So, without any further ado, the world famous Mike Miranda, the hardest working guy in Temecula.
Well, first of all, thank you all for being here for the Ikonix product launch. How about a big hand for the absolute legend of Freestyle? I don't know who argues what, but I know that I was there. I saw the first time I ever saw it. The first guy I saw do Freestyle was Bob Haro. To me, Freestyle is Bob Haro. How about Bob Haro? Above being the originator of Freestyle, also one of the greatest artists in BMX history. No one can argue that. One of the greatest artists ever. But when you take all that talent as a writer, all that talent as an artist, and you put it together, what do you get? You get Ikonix. And I think Ikonix, for me, Ikonix is what we all are here tonight. You are iconic because you're here at DirtyFest 3. So, if I could I ask Bob Haro to come up, my good friend, to tell about what we have going on tonight. Thank you, my man.
Thanks, Mike Miranda, my good friend. Love you. Thank you so much. You guys, all of this happened because of Mike and his team to put all this together. His unwavering love for the sport of BMX. So we owe a big round of applause to him. But I gotta make sure I hit all the team guys. We got Eric Carter, of course. We've got James, JV, Vincent, and Justin. You got all you guys are here. Where's James? Where's JV? He's probably, the guys are in the bar. But anyway, thank you guys so much for doing everything. So anyway, tonight I appreciate all your eyeballs up here. We've been working hard. I know this is a bit much, but we thought let's do something kind of fun. So, for many of you guys, maybe most of you know me. My name is Bob Haro. I used to own the brand called Haro Bikes. Maybe you rode a bike or two, and if you did, I appreciate your support over the years. So, I started the business in 1978. I'm going to give you the short story. I started in 1978. Prior to that, I was just a kid riding BMX bikes and racing. I was an okay racer. I had to go up against the guys like Stu Thompson, Greg Hill, and all those guys. They were a little better than me. But I was more of a show-off. When the races weren't happening, I would be in the parking lot throwing down tricks. So anyway, fast forward, you know, the whole freestyle thing took off, and that took me into a whole new direction. But I sold Haro Bikes and was finished with Haro Bikes in 1993. I still love my old brand. I always tell people that it's my ex-girlfriend or my ex-wife. You know, we have good memories and we have other memories. But most of it is good memories, and I've never lost my passion for the sport of BMX. And over the years, I've had the good fortune of working with Haro Bikes. We've done some collaborations. And I've done many other collaborations, whether it was Nike in 2008 when we worked on the Olympic project, and BMX first got into the Olympics. I had the opportunity to do the team kits for Team USA. And we missed Nike money, because I gotta tell you guys, that was a VIP trip, just riding the wave with Nike to the Olympics in Beijing. So, yeah, numerous projects later were with Red Bull and other things like the Red Bull Revolution in Berlin. And over the years, I've always kind of stayed in the mix with the sport. I had an idea in 2010, 11, and the idea was to do a new brand called Ikonix. And not to sound egotistical, but people would say, "Oh, dude, you're an icon," and I was very flattering, and I appreciate that. And I was trying to think, maybe that could be a name. I'll just put an X on the back of it. But that's kind of how the name was born, from people saying that to me. So when I started the idea at that time, I also was going through a divorce. And so my world was a little upside down. So I put a lot of energy into the idea, and I was new to social media, which can be very dangerous. I started sharing my ideas and I delivered nothing. So anyway, if you have an idea, don't put it out on Facebook or Instagram until you're ready. So I learned that hard lesson. But anyway, I always wanted to do it, and had the good fortune here in the last 10 months that I teamed up with a couple other guys that I've known over the years, and we're bringing Ikonix to life. So tonight is really, it's a celebration of the sport of BMX for me, and to share it with you guys, the BMX community. And the first model that we have is called the FS-1, so Freestyle 1. And yes, I know Mongoose did this many years ago, but my understanding it was a race bike. So, but we'll unveil that and show you. Most of you have seen the photos, but you get to see it in real life tonight. But I want to, again, thank the good guys at DirtyFest for inviting us out here to share this with you guys this evening. Thank you for your patience as we had to go find the batteries. And, but we're really excited to be here. We have a raffle tonight, and we have a bunch of swag that we're going to raffle off. And if you haven't already bought a ticket, please buy a ticket from Jane, and then we'll do that before the end of the evening. So I'd also like to introduce my good friend, John Buultjens. Maybe some of you guys know him. So I have to say some words about John from the standpoint of, so you guys, when you have a brand or you have a company, whether it's Apple or we could say Elon with Tesla or whatever, you know, have founders of companies. I was a founder of a company. When you're the founder of a business, you have so much passion. It's your baby. You want that thing to succeed. You want it to just do great things. So that passion drives you to work on new products and new ideas and new innovations. And so post Haro bikes for me, I stepped away and did other things in different industries. I'm segueing into John Buultjens. So John Buultjens, Johnny, you worked there, what, 14 years? 11 years. So John is the biggest Haro fan I know. He knows more about Haro bikes than I do. And John resurrected, probably many of you guys have bought a Lineage bike or some of the classic bikes. So John went back through the greatest hits of Haro bikes of the 80s, the models that we made, and John brought them back to life, but made them better. He took the basic idea, but made them modern, made them new technology, new materials, new processes, and stuff like that. So I can't take any credit for it, but I can say thank you for his passion and his hard work to do that. And so you can look at the automotive industry. You know, you see the Ford Bronco, the one that we knew in the 70s. Now there's a new version of. These classics are reborn. So John did that for Haro bikes, and I appreciate that. So keeping the legacy alive. But anyway, I want to bring up John Buultjens, and you know, I'm proud to have him on my team. John is on the product development side. I'm doing the design side of things, so kind of the look, the feel, the product side, you know, the product development as far as the design things that we do. John makes sure that what I'm proposing, we can make it, and it's rideable, it's modern. So my hope with, my desire with Ikonix is to build a new brand, a new fresh brand. Freestyle is my background. It's the first product we're starting with. But from here, we're going to build on this. We're going to build other models that we're going to have. We plan to do some race products and things like that. So this is item one, and you guys are here to witness this. And Johnny, come on up, please. You guys, big round. John Buultjens.
I want a hug and kiss. Hello, everybody. John Buultjens here. I'm not your typical American. I still don't. I'm an American, by the way. I just became an American citizen. Thank you. America. I just can't get your bloody accent. Yeah, I don't know what to say after what Bob just said, because I'm just honoured to be still a part of BMX after 43 years. Never once stopped riding, still ride, try and ride. But yeah, BMX has been my life. I feel like I haven't had a job in 31 years, so since I got into the bike industry. But yeah, it was exciting when Bob asked me if I'd be a part of Ikonix, and I've got so many great connections in Taiwan. I've been working very closely with at least about 36, 45 different factories, building everything. And so, yeah, I actually remember having the conversation with Bob, and I said, look, I'm not going to be a yes man. So we've not butted heads, thankfully, but he does see my vision and I see his vision, and we've come together to bring out the FS-1, the first Ikonix model that is a frame fork headset. But yeah, we've got plenty more to show you, and please stop off at our booth. We've got other items to show you there as well as plenty of swag. So what do we do, Bob? Do we unveil it, or what are you thinking?
You have to sing the national anthem now that you're American.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Anyway, yes, I'm super proud to have Johnny, and we're a very small team. There's like 3 or 4 of us that are working on this project, and
I think you should hold him to it.
hold him to what, the national anthem? No, he's going to do the Australian national anthem, or maybe the.
I did answer 100 questions, 100 perfectly in my test. So you can ask me any of them. Who was the first president? Who was the president in the First World War? How many people are on the Senate? You can ask me, I got it.
So anyway, you guys, yeah, John Buultjens, anyway, good friend, done a lot of great things for the sport and still at it, he's got more things to do. So without any further ado, we're going to unveil the bike. You guys have seen it maybe in photos, and we welcome you to come up, check it out. This is item 1. We have a couple new other things in our booth tomorrow. We would like you to come by. Each day we're going to do a raffle if you're interested. And that you can stop by, buy a ticket. At the end of the day, around 5, we'll do the raffle, and we'll have some nice swag for you. So anyway, here's our first product, the Ikonix. The Ikonix FS-1. Yeah, here, we'll walk you through it. Thank you.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel, and thanks for stopping by. Hey, we are back at DirtyFest with BMX legend Bob Haro again. How are you?
I'm good.
Nice to see you.
Always nice to see you.
Yeah. So
1 year later, here we are.
1 year later, yeah.
Thank
So
you.
we were blessed to talk to you last year. And if you guys want to see that video where we talk a little bit more about Bob's history with BMX, I'll put it link in the corner. But you're back at DirtyFest. How are you enjoying this weekend so far?
I'm hot, I'm dusty, I'm dirty, and it's DirtyFest, but it's perfect.
Yeah.
I see, you know, many old friends that I raced against or rode against and rode with and toured with, and I've been friends for 40 plus years, so
Yeah.
no, it's great. It's a big family reunion here. So some of the guys are a little older, like myself, but we still have a huge passion for the sport of BMX, and that's
Yeah.
why we're here.
And it's a great weekend to be able to bring everybody together like
It
this.
is.
Because we all are getting older.
Yeah.
Right? Who knows what tomorrow's gonna bring? And so
know.
it's great to have an event like this where you can bring everyone back and
Yep.
relive old times and catch up with friends.
Yeah.
Hey, Bob! Hey, Bob! I kicked this wheel, huh?
You did a great job. I don't know what I'm talking about, but thank you.
Welcome, you're welcome.
Okay,
So-
Ronnie Anderson in the house. So anyway,
Yeah.
so
It is
Hit
a
me
great
with your- hit
weekend
me
though.
with
It's
your
a great
question
weekend.
again.
It's a great weekend to bring everybody together though.
it's
Okay.
a great weekend. It's
Yeah.
a great weekend.
Yeah.
It's a great weekend to be here in Temecula at Vale Lake.
Yeah.
And, you know, huge thanks to Eric Carter and to Mike Miranda and James.
Yeah.
And I know I'm missing one other person.
Yeah, there's a fourth guy,
person. Yes.
and
I
he
know his
deserves
name. It's
all
on
the
tip-
credit
it's
like
on the tip
everyone
of my
else.
tongue. But anyway, Mike Miranda and
Yeah.
his team did a spectacular deal this
Yes.
weekend. It's growing. I mean, I
Yeah.
think it's bigger than last year. You know, it's
Every
a
year
great
it's getting
family event. Lots more kids out here racing and stuff like that. So it's been really good. So yeah, I've really enjoyed it.
And how does it feel like, even after all these years? I mean, I'm sure you guys you're getting just, you know, coming in, people wanting to get photos with you, to shake your hand. How does that feel, you know, all these years later, from just regular fans that just want to say
Oh,
hello?
that's really nice. It's very flattering, and I appreciate it. I'm just glad I'm not really famous in a big industry. It's just, you know, it's really nice, and it's nice when people appreciate your work and what you've done over the years.
Yeah.
And you know, maybe you've inspired them in a good way to be a rider, or maybe as an artist, 'cause
Yeah.
as I'm a designer and
Yeah.
things like that. So I think that is, you know, very, you know, makes you feel good and kind of
Yeah.
redeems your inner self of
Yeah,
why you
for
do
sure.
things and stuff like that. But
For sure.
you know, I just kind of do my own thing at my own pace and have my own level that I want to do things at. And if it inspires other people, then, you know, I'm stoked about that. And
Yeah.
that's kind of an added value.
Yeah.
But,
It's
it's
got to
all
be a
good.
great feeling.
It is a good feeling.
Yeah.
It is a really good feeling.
Yeah. And so last night you guys had like a little viewing of a brand new product that you've been working on.
Yep.
And so let's talk a little bit about this new frame and fork.
So Ikonix is the name. It's called Ikonix Bikes, Ikonix. And Ikonix has been an idea that I've had probably since 2010.
Okay.
And
Wow, for a while
in
then.
2012, I had the opportunity. I was working on it, and in 2012, my friend Steve Blick, that was one of the marketing guys over at Oakley,
Okay.
invited me to show the race bike that I was working on at the London Olympics.
Oh.
So we finished the prototype, and it was basically just a concept bike for this new brand.
Okay.
So I launched there in London at the London Olympics at the Design Museum in London. Oakley had an exhibition there. And the timing wasn't quite right, because I started it, but I was going through a lot of personal things at that time. I was getting a divorce at that time. So I was a little preoccupied emotionally
Yeah,
and
yeah.
things like that. So I had started the project. We debuted it there in London. We showed people what we were up to. And I never delivered anything. So it was kind of a false start. And then I reeled everything back. I was new to social media. And why I say that is from the standpoint of, you know, it's exciting that you can take your idea or a photo and you can post it.
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
get feedback
Yeah.
immediately.
Right away.
So that was cool. But the downside was, if you're revealing your ideas of your new products and things like that, you're basically telling the world what you're up to.
True.
And then if you don't deliver or you don't make anything, other people copy your ideas. So
Yeah.
so that was a little bit of it was a hard lesson and an expensive lesson, you know. But I feel like we inspired, you know, you talked about being inspiring. You know, I feel that design of the bike that we showed at the Design Museum in London was called the SX1, Supercross 1.
Okay.
Just the swoopy curved carbon tubes that we did and the
Okay.
shape of the bike, I felt like it inspired a new generation of BMX race
Yeah.
bikes. We also had a new number plate that we came out with that was very 3D and angular and stuff
Okay.
like that. And I did that with Red Bull. I made some custom plates for the Red Bull Revolution in Berlin, Germany. So they had a lot of riders. All the riders there ran the number
Yeah.
plates. But again,
Nice.
I debuted something and delivered nothing, and then other people copied it. So
Yeah.
it was, I wasn't thinking ahead, but anyway, such is life. It's all good.
Yeah.
So fast forward, yesterday we debuted here at DirtyFest the Ikonix launch of our first product, which is called the FS-1.
Yeah.
And the FS-1, basically, FS is freestyle. So freestyle 1. Freestyle 1, I wanted to start with freestyle because that's
Okay.
my background.
Yeah.
So I was a racer, but I was a better freestyle guy, better known as a freestyle
As a
rider.
freestyler, yeah.
So I wanted to start the brand with a freestyle bike,
Okay.
and it's basically it comes as a frame, fork, headset, and we're only making 100 of them in this green color here.
Okay.
So this is the limited edition
Okay.
version of the bike. But from here, we're going to do other models. We'll do, we've got a 24, a 26 in
Oh, wow.
development. So we have some other larger bikes that we're doing.
Yeah.
From here, we'll do some modern bikes as well. We want to do, some 20-inch modern contemporary
Okay.
BMX bikes for
Okay.
today's freestylers.
Yeah.
And then my hope is in a year or so that we work on some race products. We also have that in
Oh.
mind. So this bike here features, not only the frame, the fork, the oversized, head tube, an integrated kind of dirt skirt inspired.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's really, really a nice
That's cool.
design detail. You know, there's a lot of all the things, whether it's the badging, kind of the premium badging, which is also the cable guide on things.
Okay.
You know, the down tubes, I had molds made of this shape, and it's a proprietary shape. It's not,
Oh
it's
yeah,
not round.
it's not
kind
round.
of a
It's not
hexagonal
yeah.
shape.
It's kind of curved on the
Yeah,
outside.
but it's flared at the down, excuse me, at the bottom bracket, kind of for
Okay.
more torsional kind
Yeah,
of
yeah.
rigidity. We did the same on the forks, so the down tube, the forks, and even the cranks kind of mirror that shape with that little bit of a cheek line in it. It has a little bit of a profile.
Okay.
These are our cranks too. These are our new alloy cranks that we're coming out with. These are all CNC made. They're not made out of a billet piece of aluminum. They're all machined down, and then we do an insert chromoly part on the pedals and also on the axle. And it's a bolt drive system. We're going to do multiple sizes and sprockets as well.
Okay.
So the Ikonix brand out of the gate for the first few years will be frame sets.
Frame sets.
And I
okay.
feel that riders that are at a higher level will typically buy,
what they want.
they'll buy the frame set, they'll build the bike how they want. They
Yeah.
want, I want this wheel, I
Yeah,
want that
yeah.
tire, I want this brake system, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
So they'll customize it, and $4,000 or more later, they'll have the bike that they want.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's kind of where we left it. So our goal out of the gate is to offer, you know, just basically the chassis.
Yes.
Now you build it from there.
And
We will do other colors downstream. You know, I would, the next iteration of what we're going to do is going to be a chrome version.
Okay.
So that'll be the next model
Yeah.
that we offer. And then also within the next couple of months, we will release the 24 and the 26-inch bike.
Okay.
This one here is the 26.
26.
So some of the design, me being the design guy, is kind of the ethos of the brand is I wanted to have some signature parts. The down tube, the hydroform down tube is a signature part,
Okay.
signature fork tubes, and also the head tube. And this is made out of a solid billet part, the chromoly, and then
Okay.
it's machined with a 5-axis CNC machine. So it's a very intricate design, as you
Yeah.
can see. But for me, I wanted to have some aesthetics of the bike that made it unique. Like if you removed all of the stickers and you didn't know what the bike was, you knew it was an Ikonix bike. I kind of got bored when I looked at a lot of bikes, and we put them up on screen in my office, and we looked at all the contemporary bikes.
They look the same.
They're all the same. If you removed all the stickers, they're basically all the same bike. And I was thinking, you know, we should
Yeah.
do something different. And that's kind of the branding behind that. You know, like I said, the jewel badge being also the cable guide and stuff like that, that's part of the deal. You know, the head tube badge, just kind of really little details that
Yeah.
are kind of, you know, maybe a little higher end kind of design aesthetic.
Yeah.
I have a little smart ass remark here on the seat tube. It says NMIC. That means not made in China. But I didn't tell anybody about it, but that's what that means.
Not made in China.
So, and why I say that, because when I started this project, I tried to do this in the United States.
Yeah.
I worked really, really hard, probably a good year and a half trying to
make it happen.
make it in the States and source it in the States.
Yeah.
And it proved to be really, really difficult from the standpoint of getting suppliers that would do small batches
Yeah.
of something that's a premium product.
Yeah.
So, long story short is I got frustrated and I said, you know what, I'm just going to go back to Taiwan where this product's made, and I'm going to talk to some of the suppliers that I know. And I went over to the bike show in last year, I think it was last year, and within weeks I had responses from people that they could help me.
I could do it.
So that really helped expedite the project. So in bicycle business, most of the premium high-end, whether it's road, mountain, or BMX, product comes out of Taiwan.
Taiwan.
So those are the kind of the premium vendors. So yeah, with the FS-1, not only the frame fork, the handlebar, the cranks, you know, the cranks, the sprockets, the pedals, you know, we've got other things that we're working on doing. We got some new number plates that are coming out. Of course, I got to get back to
Yeah,
my
you
roots
gotta
with
get-
number
yeah.
plates.
That's exciting.
And you know, this is kind of probably the collectible piece for someone that maybe was a
Maybe,
Bob Haro
yeah.
fan or wanted to be
Yeah.
a part of the brand. This is the collectible piece. But then we have the 24 or 26-inch model is something that they would ride. This is the rideable bike. And you would buy this as a frame, fork, and headset set. It would come all together.
set.
So they don't have to source all the components and everything else for the headset
For that.
and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But again, the attributes of what the FS1 is, the signature head tube, the signature down tube,
Yeah.
all of these little things, they'll carry over into this model and then the other models we do.
Okay.
So, yeah, a lot of little design geeky stuff, but for me, I feel it's important to have in the brand.
Yeah, and I see you got the twin down tube or top tubes, the twin top tubes again.
Yeah, the double down tube design. Well, when I rode for Torker years ago, that worked out really well as platforms for a lot of the early tricks that we did. Yeah, a lot of tricks we did. And it also became kind of synonymous because I worked with Torker in the early days that made my first freestyle bikes. And so it's kind of in a little bit of the design language for me of my early Haro masters and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So we bring it over here, but we modernized it. If you look at the shape of the top tubes, they're narrower and things like that. They're not big and wide and stuff like that. So we wanted to have something that was narrow, but still kind of, invoke some of that vibe of the 80s bikes that we did.
Yeah.
So that's it. Doesn't mean we're going to do everything like this, but this is where we're starting the brand, so it has some of that vibe.
Nice. And last night you mentioned, you told a story about the green.
Yeah, so the green color story, the green color is on purpose. So, I worked post-Haro bikes. I worked many years in the motorcycle industry and did a lot of things in auto racing. But for me, I always liked with brands, whether it was, modern days, like now, McLaren is orange, Ducati is red, Ferrari's always been red, Yamaha is blue, Kawasaki was green.
Colors. Right?
And then you can go into sports teams. I mean, you can look at football teams that you're into. They have people rock, if it's the Raiders colors of black and silver, or the
Dodger blue,
Dodger blue, all of this.
Yeah.
So the colors were really important. And what I felt in BMX as I watched BMX from the sidelines is, I just felt everything got kind of dark. Everything was black. Everything was gray. Everything was, unpainted. And I get it. It's all good. I'm not dissing on it, but it's just, I thought, let's bring some color back in. And my hope is that with the brand, as we evolve and we seed some new talent, that if there was a rider in freestyle BMX, there's probably this signature color somewhere on his kit or on the bike or something. So that when people saw it, there was, he must be an Ikonix rider.
Yeah.
And I want to do that in racing too. So, yeah, it was definitely on purpose.
Yeah.
But we'll do other colors. Definitely do other colers because.
And it's kind of a nod to the past too, because green was part of
Green was part of green was part of our deal. Yeah. And that time though, there was a lot of fluorescence were going on, early '80s. And so we jumped on that. We jumped on that, and that was a big success when we did fluorescent color bikes and stuff like that. This is not really a flow color. This is Pantone 375C, and it's for me it's kind of a bright, fresh color,
Yeah. And it does pop though.
It does pop,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And when are these are they available to order now?
You can order now.
Up on your
on
website?
the website on ikonixbikes.com.
Ikonixbikes.com.
And we're selling them now. You can pre-order. You put a 50% deposit, and then prior to shipment, we'll let everybody know that they're coming. And if they want, they can pay the balance, or they can opt out. And so, we made it pretty easy,
pretty
breezy.
easy to do.
Yeah, we made it easy.
And how soon do you think you guys are going to be shipping?
These arrive in. Our plan is August.
August, okay.
August they arrive.
Pretty soon then.
So the handlebars and things like that will arrive in September.
Okay.
So that's Yeah, we've been working on it for a minute, but there's lots of different things. Pedals we're working on, and number plates we're working on, and more.
Nice.
Yeah,
well, we look forward to that.
I think you'll be impressed when you see what we're going to drop. Yeah.
Well, it sounds like it. It sounds like there's a lot of cool stuff coming down the pike.
There is. I just need to clone myself.
Yeah, we all do, right?
Clone myself, I can get more done.
Exactly.
Or stop playing music, and then I can get even more done.
But you got to enjoy life too,
I do.
You have to.
I make myself crazy, but I do enjoy. I don't know. I like the byproduct of hard work.
Yeah.
I think last night there was. We had stress prior to. Just before the event dropped, just because we had some little technical issues, but when it all went live and we sat back and everything was moving, everybody, you guys were all showing a lot of interest. I was like, okay, that was worth the effort.
Yeah, for sure.
The same with this, it's funny, I have to say, when I first did BMX, again, late 70s, early 80s, you know, we didn't have social media. So everything we had, and you probably grew up with this too, is magazines.
Oh yeah.
So magazines, you know, something would come out and then 30 days or 2 months later, you get a magazine and see what's happening.
Yep.
It's really crazy is like the social media side of things and also the forums and, you know, because I follow what, you know, what we're doing with Ikonix.
Yeah. Yep.
And just to see pages of people ripping on your idea and then some people supporting it, and it's just, why did he do that color and why did he do this square tube and what's, you know, this head tube, well, you're not supposed to do that. BMX is not about this. No one's going to buy that, you know. Just,
I know, it's easy for people just to like say whatever they want, right?
well, it makes me think back in the day, all of us in the early days of BMX, we were all just doing whatever we wanted.
Yeah,
if we thought we had a good idea, we
just did it.
We brought it to market.
Yeah.
And no one dissed on it. You know? So anyway, it's a new world. I understand.
Yeah. Hey, we're back at the Ikonix booth today, but we're talking now with John Buultjens. And if you know anything about like freestyle and Haro and all this kind of stuff, his life was in that movie, right? The Ride.
Yeah, The Ride.
That's pretty cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun project.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so now you're working with Bob, right? And you're on this, you guys are putting together this new bike and series of bikes and products.
Yep.
And so Bob kind of talked to us yesterday about, you know, like some of the design features, but how his creativity went into it. But he said you were the guy to talk to really speak about the technical aspects of the bike.
Yeah,
so what can you tell us about like how this new bike, you know, what did you guys put into it? Why did you do certain things?
Yeah, well, hello guys. Yeah, John Buultjens here. So Ikonix is brand new for 2025. Bob has had this vision for 12, 13 years now, but here the vision has become a reality. So it's a 74.5 head angle, it's 11.8 bottom bracket, it's 8.6 cross standover height with a 13.75 rear end. These are like some of the best geometry that you want on a bike today. For most of the guys. We do have that offset, it's a 15 offset on the fork. So as you can see, it's got the internal cable routing for the front brake cable. So just little things, but it's also got removable mounts.
Okay.
So these mounts, you can choose to have the brake or not have the brake on the front.
Oh, nice.
But most guys that are running twin top tube are always going to at least have a back brake.
Yeah.
So that's why we did it all. Little things like the jewelry that comes with this bike, you know. The cable guide is actually all part of the jewelry in the frame that brings it onto the head tube. And then obviously each one has got the limited badge from 1 to 100.
Yeah, just 100 frames available, yeah?
Yep, 100 frames available. We put them on the website, it was about 2 months, six weeks ago.
Yeah.
And yeah, they've been selling extremely well in Australia, in the UK, Europe, and obviously here in America.
Nice.
So as you can see, yeah, we've got the frame and fork. This is the first frame and fork that we've done. We're moving forward into, you know, modern riders that are going to be going on. I mean, you could be riding flat, you could be riding street, and you could be riding park.
Okay.
So there's a lot more to come.
Okay.
But right now we have the frame, we have the fork. Comes with the headset.
Okay.
We're working on our own gyro. These are on CNC cranks. They come in 175 at the moment, 7075 series, heat-treated cranks. But these cranks are actually 48 spline chromoly insert inside the alloy.
Okay.
So you've obviously got a heat-treated 48 spline spindle.
Okay.
Heat-treated 48. Yeah.
It's not that dirt.
But it's a patented technology. So we're actually using one of our friends who came up with that design.
Nice.
And again, it's got the heat-treated chromoly insert for the pedal.
Okay.
So, and then we've also got the Ikonix sprocket. I mean, there's so much.
Strength, I'm assuming?
Oh yeah, I mean, we've had them tested. They are as strong as any other crank you've got out there. They are full CNC'd. And right now they're at 175, but we're working on possibly the 165, 170, 180s.
Okay, different sizes.
So given a few different sizes, yep.
And then Bob also mentioned you guys are working on different parts, bars and different things.
So we've actually, let me show you. So this is a freestyle bar. So as you can tell, it's a bar that sort of gives you a throwback to a certain bar
Yeah.
that Bob rode back in the day. Don't want to promote any other brand, but yeah. But with this one, yeah, as you can see, so it's a full 1.1 inch, beautifully CNC machined. What we're going to be offering is, there's going to be another with an extra 15 mil, because that actually allows you to use the gyro on it.
Oh,
Whereas with this one, it's
okay.
basically if you're not running a gyro, and this one you have with the gyro.
gyro.
So there's a few different ones here.
Interesting.
So yeah, so you can just see the offset there. It's just that extra 15.
And so why do these have? Is this like acting like a stem? Or
Exactly,
is
it's a stem bar combo.
Yeah, it's a stem.
Yep.
Okay.
Stem
So
bar
you don't
combo.
need this. So you don't need the stem anymore.
No, we're also going to keep that with a 48 and a 52 in the future.
Okay.
But that's another project. But right now we're going to have the frame fork bar available on the website that you can actually back order.
And what's the what's the, I guess, the benefit of having the stem here like this built onto the bar?
Yeah, I mean it's basically personal preference.
Okay.
But this is definitely, it's going to be a bar with a lot of emotional connection.
Okay.
There's plenty of people that remember this bar, and will definitely be.
See, we were racers.
Yep.
And freestyle kind of came on a little later, and we dabbled, but we weren't really in that generation where, like freestyling, like it took off, and it was cool, but our main thing was racing.
Yep.
So like I'm not even familiar with that.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's as I said, I don't want to say the original brand, but it was a Bob Haro signature bar back in the day.
Interesting.
So,
Okay.
and then show you as well, so as you can see, we're running the 1.1 to 1.5 inch. So the bearing will just sit on there. It's a lot of, 26-inch dirt jumpers are running this kind of steerer tube. Same with as you can see, there's actually a hydroformed leg on here. So it's full hydroformed, and then the frame is hydroformed. So it's bringing them both together. So it shows that they're all part of a family.
Okay.
And then the top cap, as you can see, matches. I should show you that. So the top cap actually matches the crank.
Okay.
So it just brings the whole family together.
And now, because most forks, it's going to have the same diameter all the way down.
Yeah.
Is this also for strength?
It's a lot for strength as well. So you've got that.
I see that
1.5
here, right?
Yeah. As you can see. And if you look how close it is, it's just a beautiful finish.
It's like a dirt skirt.
Yep, exactly. Well, that's what Bob was saying.
You mentioned that. Yeah.
That's what Bob was saying. So so that's to mimic the old dirt skirt that we used to use. But it's just the finish of it is just absolutely stunning. It's a work of art.
Yeah. It is really cool.
So yes,
That's awesome.
yes. Definitely. I mean, we're actually, the great thing is, like, Ikonix being an American company, everything is made in Taiwan because, well, most molds are just so expensive if you're going to try and make anything in America.
Yeah.
You can make a frame here, you can make a fork. How many people, apart from ODI, are making grips? How many people make saddles here?
Yeah.
So there's so much. I mean, like drivers, chains, there's so many parts that you just couldn't get here in America.
It's difficult right now. Yeah.
Exactly. So doing everything in Taiwan, but the 4130 heat-treated fork, heat-treated bar, you can't get any better.
Yeah. And then he also mentioned you guys are also coming out with bigger sizes.
Yep. So we've got 24-inch coming out and a 26 coming out.
Okay. Any differences besides the size? Like, do they have any structural differences or?
So
or
all the
features?
same tubing,
Same tubing.
but moving into like version 2, as we would call it. We're also going to have like internal chain tensioners. So at the moment, this one comes with its own spacer, but moving forward into the future, we're actually going to have an internal chain tensioner. That just saves that axle from slipping forward and the chain from flopping.
Oh, nice.
So there's more work in development.
Yeah.
And it's definitely excited to be a part of Ikonix, excited to be working with Bob.
Yeah.
We've been friends for 20 odd years, so and Haro was part of my life since my first one in 1988. Yeah. So to be a part of
full circle.
Full circle,
right?
Yeah.
That is really
definitely
awesome. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of cool things to look forward to. We look forward to kind of keeping in touch with you guys to kind of see where this goes and what new parts are coming out. And we thank you for taking the time to kind of share some of those details with us.
Thank you. Right. Appreciate it.
Okay,
Thank you.
Guys.
What other questions can I answer?
No, I think you covered a lot, and we really appreciate you taking the time to share that with us. And it looks like
We got all the information on our website.
Yeah,
all
and
the details.
We'll put a link to the website in the description below, and let us know what you guys think in the comments. What are your thoughts on this new frame and fork set that's coming out soon? And we thank you for spending some time with us and sharing.
Always good to see you, dude.
We love it. So thank you very much.
I appreciate it. Thanks for.
All right, we'll see you guys in the next one. Aloha.
Thank you.